Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantastic podcast. I'm Zach Berman.
Caleb Berman.
And we are two geeks.
Too furious.
Caleb, what have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to this week? I haven't been up to jack shit this week, Zach.
Exactly. You know what I've been doing?
You've been reading Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. What do you think about Harry Potter?
No one cares about it anymore, Zach.
I don't understand why... Like, you just the other day were going on about how much you love the Goblet of Fire.
Because you brought it up. You made me.
No, I told you I was reading it, and you're like, Goblet of Fire is the best.
It's one of my favorite of the movies, yes.
Why?
I dig it. It's a lot of fun. The Triwizard Tournament's badass.
Yeah, it's pointless. It's
and
completely pointless.
When Voldemort shows up again, finally, it's like the coolest scene ever.
Yeah, I guess.
It's tight.
Anyway, you know what they should do, though?
I don't care.
They need to make it a TV show. They need to remake the movies as a TV show.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a way better idea.
Isn't it?
Than movies.
Like, they couldn't have done it before, but now TV's the freaking thing, dude. It's the tits.
All right.
I mean, look, no, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Mad Men, other shows,
You didn't even
Boardwalk Empire.
Say Game of Thrones.
That was the last one. Game of Thrones, because it's a book series of really long books. And it's a perfect TV show. And then they could have everything in it. All the characters, all the shit that goes down. And it'd make a ton of money. People would pay for that shit.
It's a TV show.
Yeah. They make money off of advertising.
They're gonna
And
they would make way more money on movies.
You don't think Game of Thrones makes a ton of money? The guy who makes Game of Thrones, he told everybody, he's like, it's okay if you torrent and pirate my stuff. You know why? Because it sells so many DVDs. It has a record for DVD
It
sales.
would make more money if it was a film series consisting of 8 movies.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes,
Yeah, it would probably. But
yeah, I know I'm right.
It wouldn't be as good. It would not be as good. Anyway, they're
Just
making
like Harry Potter's not as good.
Oh my god. What's wrong with Harry Potter?
Nobody cares about it anymore. You want to do a whole podcast about it. No one gives a shit. Our audience, no one wants to hear it.
But you didn't give any alternatives, and...
My
Yeah, they
life
do.
is boring.
They're making a new movie about it.
Why? Why does that not seem like a terrible idea to you?
Because it's going to be cool.
It won't be cool.
What's wrong? How is it not cool?
Is there an 8th book?
No.
There you go.
But it's based on a book she wrote.
What?
When the movies came out, she took some of the books that were in the book that the characters used for their textbooks and made them real books so you can learn about all the monsters. And they're making a movie about the guy who wrote that book in the movies. So the guy who wrote the book inside the books that are in the movies as well, they're making a movie about him, finding all the monsters that he uses to put into the book that's in the book. Get it?
Yeah, I still think they shouldn't make another movie.
It's a book within a book and a movie based on the book.
Shut up. Just stop. Don't finish that sentence.
I mean, you were wrong about... What was something you said you hated, like last week?
What was something I said I hated last week? I never said I hated Jurassic Park.
No,
I know
you
what
said you
you're going
hated
for.
dinosaurs.
I said I was never one of the kids who was like, oh, dinosaurs.
Well, you're wrong, first of all.
What are you talking about?
If you didn't like dinosaurs as a kid, that's bad.
That's bad.
Something's wrong with you.
Like, I'm going to grow up to be just a shell of a human being.
Look how you are now.
Imagine how I could have been if I'd liked dinosaurs.
You're sitting here hating on something that's well loved.
I like Harry Potter, all right?
But you didn't like dinosaurs. That's why you're grumpy all the time.
I like Harry Potter, and I like dinosaurs fine. They're just like...
Yeah, but you didn't want to watch Jurassic Park, and we watched it after we recorded last week's podcast.
And
how was it?
It was tight. It was real tight.
Wasn't it?
It was.
Jeff Goldblum, how about him?
He's great.
Yeah. And that dumb kid getting zapped on the fence.
I like that kid.
That kid's cool. The other one's a bitch.
Yeah, I don't like the bitch.
Yeah, she's annoying. I mean, she's not so bad, but she's just a bitch about everything. She's like, I don't eat meat. And then she doesn't like the dinosaurs because they aren't vegetarians. And then she meets one that is a vegetarian, and she's like, how can it be a vegetarian? And then she finally pets it, and it sneezes on her, and she hates it again because she's a bitch. And
she got sneezed on by a dinosaur. You'd probably be a little upset.
If you're petting the dog and it sneezes on you, you gonna hate it?
Yes, I get mad at Ernie all the time when he sneezes on me.
Yeah, but you don't have a vendetta against every single dog.
You don't know that.
She hates all the dinosaurs. She's mean to them. Like, she makes that velociraptor smash its face into the freaking metal thing.
Oh my god! You're saying that velociraptor didn't deserve that shit.
I mean, he did, but it's pretty funny.
You would be mean to a velociraptor if it was trying to eat
No, I'd run away.
You're not gonna outrun a velociraptor.
They did.
They didn't. They were clever. They hid.
I'm more clever than a 10-year-old child, Caleb.
Not clever enough to make it his face.
So don't make it seem like they did something so special that I couldn't do.
What's your point?
It's a giant bird.
A minute ago, you were defending the velociraptor.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I don't know. You didn't feel bad for the dinosaurs at all? Like, they shouldn't even exist. They're just trying to find food,
They were thrust into this world, this unforgiving world.
Yeah, and then the dumb freaking science mans, they're going around shooting them.
They didn't shoot any dinosaurs.
They shot at them.
All right.
Remember the part where the guy was like trying to shoot the velociraptor with a shotgun?
There was another
like, I got
velociraptor?
you. And then the one goes,
It was like, clever girl.
he's like, clever girl. And then gets his face eaten off.
Yeah. He's like,
It's so cool. I still can't find the second one though. It's terrible. But it is cool when they go, Vince Vaughn's there.
what?
Jeff Goldblum's there.
Vince Vaughn's in
Vince
it.
Vaughn's in it, yeah.
What? Why haven't we watched it yet?
Because I can't find it anywhere.
You know why you haven't been able to find it anywhere? Because Vince Vaughn's in it and everyone's buying that shit. Everyone's like, what? You got Jurassic Park 2? Gimme. This is my third copy. I don't care. Vince Vaughn's in this movie.
Fuck Vince Vaughn. He's the worst.
What?
Him and Rob Schneider is terrible too.
Rob
David Spade.
Schneider.
Adam Sandler now. They're all
I'll
terrible.
agree with Rob Schneider.
You just hate him. Wait. No,
Wait.
that was David Spade.
And what?
And who is in...
No, Rob Schneider
was in
was
I
in
Am
Judge
the
Dredd.
Law?
Rob Schneider
Oh, that was Rob
in Judge
Schneider?
Dredd. I am the law. That movie's ass. I love Dredd, so...
Yeah, Dredd's pretty cool.
Dredd the character and Dredd the comics and Dredd the movie.
Nobody saw that movie.
Nobody saw that movie.
Nobody saw... Like, all the good comic book movies that came out. Like, the really, really, really good ones. Nobody saw. Like, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Nobody saw that. Dredd. Nobody saw that.
What about Avengers?
Well...
You're talking about things that are already in obscurity, so obviously no one's going to see them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The obscure good comic book movies.
All right, what other examples other than those two?
Which is weird because people saw the shit out of Blade. That's obscure.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. That appeals to mass audiences.
How does... RoboCop came out. Well, it's coming out. The old one already came out, obviously. But that's basically Judge Dredd.
Oh, it's more than basically Judge Dredd.
They ripped it off, didn't they?
They ripped it off of Judge Dredd, yeah. There's you guys can go online and look up an original concept. It's not a concept art. It's like they were building like a mold for what the original RoboCop was supposed to look like, and it is Dredd. They scrapped it, but it looks just like Dredd. It's a ripoff.
Yeah. Nobody even knows who Judge Dredd is, probably.
Well, they better. Go look it up.
He's a grumpy guy, and he's a cop. And he kills people.
He's a super cop.
With it's a future gun.
It's a lawgiver.
That's what it's called.
It's called a lawgiver. It has like 8 different kinds of bullets.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool movie. It's like Die Hard, but the future.
Yeah, it's... Basically what Judge Dredd is he's a future cop called a judge. He lives in post-apocalyptic America in a city called Mega City 1, which is overrun with crime. And judges basically have the power of judge, jury, and executioner. So if you commit a crime, he can sentence you on the spot. So if you murder someone, he can just kill you.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to use the killing curse.
Wow. Way to sneak that in there. That's pretty nice.
I read the first 4 books, Caleb, in a week.
I don't believe you.
But, yeah, they're making a new movie of that. They're making a new Jurassic Park, which is going to be
Jurassic
shit.
World is going to be ass.
Yeah. They had to rewrite it because people were getting pissed on the internet because they had dinosaur-human hybrids.
How did that happen?
I don't know. But they were dinosaurs with, like, human features.
Some, like, dinosaur, human, like, bow, chicka, bow, bow, hanky panky, you know what I'm saying?
interspecies erotica?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it was some sort of weird science experiment. But isn't that weird?
There's not enough of those in that series.
What else are they coming out with? Oh yeah, they delayed.
Delayed Batman Superman. Not a good sign for that movie, which already looks like it's going to be ass, and now they can't even get it out on time.
Yep. They're trying too hard to make it something.
I read that it was delayed because they wanted more time to help realize their vision. But then I also heard that Ben Affleck hurt his leg.
I heard they're making some other movie.
Making some other movie?
And they pushed yeah.
Oh, well.
I know they're making another freaking Peter Pan movie. Because Hook was so good and the other live action one was so good.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, I heard about it on the internet. I don't know if they might. It was in like one article, but it may have been unrelated.
I think it was unrelated. You hear that they're filming Batman, Superman, and Justice League at the same time?
Oh god.
Yep.
It doesn't even seem like Affleck's doing anything to help. He hasn't said anything about it. He needs to. He needs to be like, I'm stepping up because he likes the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what to do. Zack Snyder, what's his face? Goyer. They know nothing. They know how to make one kind of movie, and that's Batman.
Batman's in it, so...
Yeah, but it's also Superman. They made the last Superman movie basically a Batman movie.
Oh, shut up. No, they didn't.
Yeah, it was all dark and gritty, and...
Oh my god. It wasn't dark.
Superman was grumpy.
What's your point?
He was grumpy.
Read a comic book. He gets grumpy sometimes.
Yeah, but okay, so it's okay. It's okay for them to make him grumpy and sad and make his movie joyless and just unhappy the whole time, but it's bad if he's sad and sitting outside of a window looking at Lois Lane all the time.
Okay, I can point out so many more flaws in Superman Returns. Do not compare the two. That movie is shit.
It's bad for the opposite reasons of Man of Steel. They're both bad, but they're both on one extreme or the other. In Returns, he doesn't throw a single punch. In Man of Steel, he throws too many punches, Caleb.
That's not the only reason.
Half the movie is him
Superman
punching
Returns is
things. He punches a freaking train. Because he's more powerful than a locomotive. So I guess it makes sense. But what else? He punches people into buildings and we're not talking about it because some people haven't seen it, but things happen.
Go see Man of Steel. It's been, almost a year.
Or watch it at your own house. You can't go see it anywhere.
Fine. Watch it at your own house.
Yeah, and be ready to be disappointed. It's not terrible. It's watchable. It's fun. The fight scenes are cool, except the last one because it lasts too long. Well, you can just fast forward through the boring parts of that fight.
It's a good movie. Don't fast forward through things. Jesus.
And then...
It has a lot of problems, but don't listen to Zach. He's an idiot.
What about Amazing Spider-Man 2, Caleb?
I am so worried about that movie. It looks really cool, but I am just not convinced.
Well, it's going to be cool because... I can't think of any reason, so...
What, for it to be cool?
Yeah, I think it's going to be bad.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for it to be cool.
Yeah, but I can't think of any reason that you wouldn't.
I like the new suit. Electro looks cool. I like the Dane DeHaan or whatever his name is, the new Harry Osborn. I like the idea of Chris Cooper. Is that the guy's name? Chris Cooper is Norman Osborn.
Yeah, but it seems like they might be doing another Spider-Man 3.
That's what I've been. Just let's quote Caleb.
Well, you're not saying it. I am saying it.
I have said it before. It's on my Twitter.
Yeah, well, nobody follows you on Twitter.
It seems like I'm trending on Twitter. No, I'm not. I'm lying. But yeah, it seems like a repeat of Spider-Man 3 because they're just throwing every villain in there, and it's gonna suffer. There's too much going on,
and the special effects look like PlayStation graphics. In the trailer, when he's falling through the sky. And then he lands on the thing, and then it pans over to him sitting, crouched on the thing.
Yeah.
It looks like PlayStation graphics. Yeah. Especially his eyes. The reflection's too shiny.
Eyes look
fantastic. But the end part where he's thwip, 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 swing, and Elektra's ka-cha, 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 with his electricity.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What other movies are coming out? X-Men.
America. Oh, yeah, X-Men. Talk about that first.
Well, that one, there's so much going on.
What, X-Men?
Yeah, they're trying to fix all the problems, and it looks like they're just like, why does Wolverine have not have bone claws?
That infuriates me. It doesn't make any sense.
Like, it'd be cool if they screwed up his claws in the Wolverine, and then he had bone claws. But now it's like, why'd they do it in the first place?
You guys don't know what we're talking about. I'm an expert on every continuity issue in the X-Men movies. So, like, if you've seen the new X-Men trailer, there's a part where it shows Wolverine cutting some guys up, and he's got adamantium claws. But there's two problems with that. One, he lost the claws in the Wolverine, so he just has bone claws now. But then it's like, he gets his mind sent back in time, so he's in the 70s now, so he's in his younger body, so that's whatever. But he gets sent back in time to the 70s and has metal claws. But he doesn't get adamantium claws until he gets in the Weapon X program in the 80s. So he should still only have bone claws.
Yeah, and he says, what's his face, Singer? Bryan Singer's doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says they're going to fix all the problems, but
But
they're just bringing up more.
He already made another problem.
Yeah, I don't get it. And then Captain America looks dope.
Yeah, no way around that.
With the Falcon guy?
Falcon, yeah.
Yeah. And then that part where the Winter Soldier, like, he's running, and Captain America throws the shield, and he just goes and catches it.
Catches that thing.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen? I showed you that picture online, right? Where it's a GIF of that, and then it goes down and like him catching the shield, and then the bottom it has Archer, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my throbbing erection."
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so great.
It looks really dope.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
I'm really glad that Scarlett Johansson's in it. Black Widow.
That'll be cool. Tie it in with the other ones.
Mm.
And then what other? Are there any other superhero type movies coming out? I feel like we're leaving one out. Like it's the ugly stepchild.
I don't know about superhero type movies, but Transformers 4 is coming out.
Ugh. Oh. Did we talk about Michael Bay already?
No.
Did I tell you about it?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Oh, man. Like, he's as bad at directing as he is at talking in front of people.
Public speaking.
Yeah, what was that at? It was at the Consumer Electronics Show. And he was supposed to talk about how great the new Samsung curved TV was. And he went up there, and they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Bay!" And everybody clapped. And he starts talking, and then he's like, there's something wrong with the teleprompter. Okay, well, I'll just wing it, and then fails. And then he gets his words so, like, tied up, he just stops and leaves.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, so that movie's going to be maybe good, maybe horrific.
It'll be bad.
Is Marky Mark in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll probably be really entertaining.
Well, I mean, the second one wasn't.
There's dinosaur robots in it.
Yeah, me Grimlock say it looks good.
Oh my god, you made that joke.
Yeah. But, I don't know, maybe won't be terrible. I mean, the odds are it's going to be bad. But, could be good. And then, there's nothing else coming out. RoboCop.
Oh, yeah, that comes out real soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks cool. Like, where he's got basically the old costume at the beginning of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It looks exactly like the old one, and they're like, we gotta make it more dope.
More dope, yeah.
Yeah, and then they do. They make it all black and ninja-like, and then they've even got the retarded robot that's got, like, 2 legs.
Yeah.
And it's like a big... It doesn't look like a person. The one that can't use stairs. Yeah, they've got that again. And there's actors in it. I can't remember any of them. But I know there's good ones.
There's...
Isn't Gary Oldman in it?
Gary Oldman's in it. Michael Keaton's in it.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
Yeah. We got Batman. And we've got...
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. That's going to be cool.
2 different continuities, though.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's still cool.
So, something cool I got today. You saw it.
Mm-hmm. My
Loot Crate. They launched one into space. If you don't know what Loot Crate is, people, it's for $13.37. a month, they send you a box, and every month has a theme, and the box is full with awesome stuff. And the stuff in it costs more than you pay for the box. So it's not like you're wasting your money. And I think it was last month, they launched one of these loot crates into space. And to celebrate it, this month's theme was launch. And it was all space themed. And I got a little General Zod.
And you don't even like that movie, and you won't give it to me.
I want it. I want to put it on my shelf. It's going to look good next to my Batman bust and my lightsaber lamp. And it's pretty dope. And then, what else did it come with? Oh yeah, a book that tells you how to say things in Star Wars languages.
So dumb.
And then tells you about how they came up with the languages in the movies. And then a little Starfleet sticker. I'll put that on my car. Mm-hmm. So I look super fly for all the honeys while I'm delivering my pizzas. And then another sticker that I'm going to put on... No, I'm not going to put this one on my car because that's too many stickers on my car. But it's a melting Rubik's Cube. It's pretty cool.
There's never too many stickers on your car.
Okay, I'll put them both. But they send me one every month. And then...
you can take them off, can't you?
Yeah, but why would I want to do that?
Well, then once you get... If you get a cooler one, just replace one.
Would you tell Mr. T to take off his bling?
Mm-hmm. No, I wouldn't.
You son of a bitch.
You'd probably...
I know you wouldn't.
Punch my face off.
Probably. He pities the fool who tells him to take off his bling. But yeah, Loot Crate is the shit. And then one month, I got the Zombie Survival Guide. That was dope. And sometimes it comes with, like, candy or, like, sweets and stuff like that. And then every month, you get awesome shit. And then, they'll give you, like, awesome t-shirts. Like, I have that Console Wars one. It's like Star Wars, but all the vehicles are the next-gen video game consoles. That's the shit.
It literally sounds like you're just advertising for Loot Crate right now.
Well, no. Everybody needs to know because I've had people ask me where I get the shit. So.
Well, there you go, Internet.
There you go. That's where I get that's where I got my t-shirts.
For everyone who was wondering where Zach Berman from 2 Geeks 2 Furious gets his shit.
I know everybody who's listening right now.
Yeah, I know.
We only have like 3 people who I don't know. Oh yeah. We need to spread the word. We need more people on the podcast. Well, not on the podcast. I'll start having guests once it becomes more popular. And I'm going to put it on iTunes soon. And I'm going to make more vlogs to explain how everything's going to work. And Caleb, you know jack shit about computers, don't you?
I don't know jack shit about computers, son.
So you wouldn't even know how to turn your webcam on, film yourself.
No. I figured out how to do that. But my webcam is total assness.
You can buy one for like $20.
Oh yeah, let me just pull my $20 I don't have.
Well, I mean,
Zach, Comic-Con's next month. I gotta save for that shit, and I gotta come up with a new cosplay, yo.
The people need to hear and see what you have to say, man.
All right, well, maybe I'll buy one after Comic-Con if I have any money left over.
Who are you gonna see at Comic-Con?
Am I gonna see Comic-Con? I'm probably not gonna have enough money to see more than one person, so I'm kind of torn between Carl Urban and Karen Gillan.
You should go with Carl Urban.
Why? He's not beautiful.
Well, she's bald now. And what has she done? Doctor Who, that's it.
Do you think she'll let me feel her head?
No. That's creepy.
She's bald, though.
I mean, she's not that bald anymore, I don't think.
Whatever.
Started as like mine now. But yeah, I mean, it comes down to who's been in more dope things. She's been in like 2 things that I know of. A movie on BBC and Doctor Who. I'm dying.
Carl Urban's been in a lot of dope things.
He was in Lord of the Rings, dude. That's cool. He was in Star Trek. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really cool. He was in Dredd. That's the tightest shit ever.
Go that's a really hard acting gig. You gotta go like this all the time. I made an angry face.
You gotta act with...
And you gotta go, I am the law.
You can't use your eyes.
I mean, that's the opposite...
Unless you're Stallone and you take off your helmet and don't wear it the whole damn movie. Jesus.
Yeah, okay. He gets butthurt because he's not supposed to take the helmet off.
You're not supposed to take the helmet off. He takes the helmet off within like the first 5 minutes of the movie, Stallone does. It's not a Dredd movie. It's a Stallone action movie, and a shitty one at that.
It's weird, though. He doesn't have a secret identity. He's one of the few comic book characters.
Well, he's a cop.
I know, but I mean,
It's his
like,
job.
he doesn't even... He has nothing. He is a cop. That's it. He's not a person. He doesn't have any actual...
He's Joe Dredd.
He is his job.
He goes home and he eats, and then he goes back on the streets and punishes
What kind of life is that?
shitty life.
Does he like it?
Does he like it?
I mean,
he doesn't give a shit. I mean, he is genetically... He was bred to be the perfect judge. So he doesn't give a shit about anything but dispensing justice.
wow. Sort of like, well, I mean, if I learned anything from Man of Steel, it's that no matter what you're bred to do, you can always kick ass. So if you're a scientist, you can fight just as well as somebody who is born to be a military man.
That really bothers me. Jor-El was born to be a scientist.
And he beats
Zod
the shit out of Zod.
is born to be a military leader. He's born to be a fighter. And he gets his ass handed to him by Jor-El.
Exactly.
A natural-born scientist.
Exactly. It all comes back to that movie.
It's so badass, though. It's such a great scene.
It is. That's what I'm saying. That movie has great scenes. Not a damn thing makes any sense.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, the beginning's pretty dope.
I love
where everything looks like Pandora. And they fly around on the dragon things.
That look just like the things from Avatar.
Yeah. That's so cool. And then he goes like swimming underwater and there's all the babies that are born.
Swimming underwater. Oh my god.
I wasn't talking about the swimming, dick. The babies.
Yeah.
There's water babies.
Yes.
That's so cool.
You said swimming underwater, and then you mentioned the babies. Like
I said swimming underwater, and there's babies there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, there's babies there, and then he comes up, and he's got the...
Codex.
Yeah, it's like a skull.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And he's like, alas, poor Yorick. And then...
No.
Yeah. And then they go, and he flies, and he gets shot, and he goes... And then you get to see little Clark's baby ween again.
I think it's a rule that you can't make a Superman movie unless you show Superman's dick.
Yeah, or based off of Superman, because you get to see Goku's dingle-dang and...
Yeah, that's Superman, pretty much.
Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's pretty much the same story. Little alien kid, planet gets blown up, lands there, raised by someone else, saves the world from aliens.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking sweet.
But you know what else is pretty sweet, Zach?
What's pretty sweet, Caleb?
Having a life outside of this podcast. So, we're going to say goodbye now, and be sure to join us next week on another episode of Two Geeks.
Too Furious.